Dear Toothpick Factory, how would I add flowers to an array? This is what I have so far. Const flowers equals buttercup, daffodil, marigold, function add flower, array push lily, add flowers, const log flowers. Output should be buttercup, daffodil, marigold, lily. Wow, that copied very sloppy. Pass by reference? Thanks, Gimelpunx. Alright, Gimelpunx, let's go give this a shot. It sounds like what your ultimate goal is to have an array where you push flowers to that array. So let's see here. Let's get over here and get started on a new file here. Let's create an index.html file and see what we can create. Okay, let's pull this over here and let's make sure our server is running. It is running, thank goodness. Okay, so let's get a basic document going. That wasn't what I wanted. Let's try that again. That wasn't what I wanted. This again. That one. Cool. Alright, let me say hello world. Save. Come over here. Refresh. We have hello world. Perfect. Alright, so we want to go ahead and start adding flowers to an array. Let's change this over to flower power. Flower power. Excellent. Alright, so we want an input because you need a way to add to an array. Let's do an input and we'll do like that. And it's not obeying me. Type equals text. Text. And let's give this guy an ID. His ID can be add flower. Oops. Flower input. Flower input. That sounds more appropriate. Excellent. Let's save that. Perfect. Alright, we need a button to be able to click in order to add these things. Let's do a button that says add flower. And let's do an onClick method here. Oh, not an onClick. What am I doing? Let's do an ID. And let's give him... Oh, no ID. We don't need an ID. Let's leave him like that. Good. Alright, next thing we want to do, we want to have a unordered list. We want somewhere to show our flowers. And let's do a list item in here. And let's do this one called cool flower. Because why not? Perfect. Alright, so the idea is we want to be able to come in here, type something in, and hit add flower. Well, let's go ahead and start adding some JavaScript to this to make it functional. So we're going to add a script tag. Come down here. And let's start doing some basic things here. So we know we're going to need an array to hold all our flowers. So let's do a const flowers equals an array. And we're also going to need to get the input from, well, from here. We need to get this. So we have an ID on it. So let's do const flower input equals document.getElementById. And we have the element called flower input. Cool. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to need to get this list because that's where we're going to render these out. Let's give this guy an ID as well so we can get access to him. We'll call this the flower list. Cool. Got the flower list going on there. And let's get access to him as well. Const flower list. And copy that. Copy that. Excellent. Alright, so we want it to be able to, when we type in here and we hit this button, we need to call a function that takes whatever we type into here and puts it onto this array. So let's create a function called add flower. Perfect. So what we want to do is we're going to get this flower input, this guy right here, and we want just his value. So we're going to go const the flower equals flower input dot value. Get the value of that input field. All right, and let's just for now, let's console.log out that flower, and let's see if this thing is working. Oop, that's not gonna work. We need to call this function from here. So we do a onClick equals add flower. Ooh, that is not happy with me. Maybe it is. I don't know. We'll see what happens. All right, so we got that. Say Neato flower. Add flower. Yay! We get Neato written out here. Cool. So now what we want to do is we need to push that to the array. Let's get the flowers dot push. So this is how you add something to an array, because we're going to push it to the backside of the array. Flower dot here. And just for fun, let's console.log out the flowers. So we go, ooh, the ooh flower. Hit add. Got the ooh. La. And then hit add again. Ooh la la. Awesome. But now we need to render these out on the page. So that's how you add things to an array. But we also want to show a useful case. When would you ever want to actually add something to an array and do something with it? So let's render these out. So we have access to that flowers list. We want to wipe it out though every time so we don't get duplicates. So we got flower list dot inner HTML equals an empty string. Show you what that does real quick. So we hit add, boop, blew that away. Perfect. Flower list dot, oops, not flower list. What am I doing here? I'm going to go to flowers. And now here's another cool method for arrays, for each. That means for each item in the array, we're going to call this function on it. And what we're going to get inside of here, we're going to get flower, which it might actually conflict with this guy. We're going to just leave it called that. Oh, let's do underscore flower just so we don't get anything too messed up here. Alright, so we get that. And we're going to create a list item element. So li equals document.getElementById. We want to create ourselves an li. And then we want to put inside the li that text. So li.appendChild. We're going to do document.createTextNode. And we're going to put that underscore flower in there. Cool. And then the flower list, so this right here, which is referencing that unordered list, flower list, append a child to him of that li. Alright, let's hit save. Let's see if we got that working. Neat. Add. Okay. Cool. Add. Woot. Alright, there we go. So that's the way we can add things to an array. We learned how to push to it, and we learned how to blow away the inner HTML, and we are looping over it and rendering things to the document. Hope that helps. Feel free to ask me any more questions in the comments, and I'll try to make more videos. Thanks. Bye.